Well guys, it's afternoon at my place and Jack has made a new best friend and this is what I love. And Vicki
Hello.
has always loved snakes, and your first encounter with a snake, Vicki, was?
I think when my cousin grabbed my hand and took me and ran off screaming, and I had to stop her and say, "What is going on? Why are you screaming?" And she said, "There was a python at your feet," and I just ran back to it because I was just so intrigued, and I've always loved snakes.
And what was the species that you were intrigued with? And
It was a cobra. It was a king cobra, and it was standing up, and it was beautiful. And I was glad I ran back to it. I left my cousin behind though.
Yeah.
But she wasn't going to have any part of it, but yeah. And the first time I actually held a snake, I was absolutely mesmerized. I forgot the people around me. I couldn't hear anyone, I couldn't see anyone. It was just me and the snake. It was beautiful.
Absolutely. So I'm trying to sort of say to Vicki, she's thought about getting a snake and thinking,
Yes.
and I've just said to her, don't hold off. If it's something that you want in your life, I cannot advocate enough that they make absolutely wonderful pets to have, and especially if you work and you work hard and your time is limited, but you also know you can come home and
sit and have a cuddle.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
because they do love cuddles.
They do.
So very relaxing, very calming, and so I'll keep at her, and I'll keep saying, okay, when, because
now that I know that Gay's going to help me with it, having a bit of a worry around not knowing anything about snakes, I'm definitely going to watch your videos.
Cool.
And learn a lot more now.
Cool. Well, that's fantastic, because that's what I really like to hear, and the more people that love these guys, the better off the reptile community is, because there's such negativity about them, and we want positivity.
Yes.
And it's just great to see people looking at them as being amazing rather than these horrible, bitey, I'm going to kill you individuals, which we know is not the case.
And it's all with ignorance. Everything, fear is based on ignorance.
Absolutely.
And once that's gone and you understand a bit more about what you're fearful of,
yes,
you can overcome it.
Absolutely.
For sure.
So Jack is having a wonderful time. Of course, we know Jack and we know what he wants to do. And he's like, why can't I move and get going and go to that hangout spot?
Do what I need to do.
So,
Vicky's hugging him.
Yeah.
Vicky doesn't want to go. Hey, Vicky doesn't want to go.
No, you don't. You never want to let go of them, But my guys are rather spoiled and get to do what they want to do a lot of the time. So guys, that's just a short, sweet little video of Jack having some time with the lady. I don't think I needed to change her mind about them.
No.
Her mind was already there.
Yes.
But it's just lovely to see. And snakes need this socialisation too. It's great for people to come in and handle my guys and it not be me all the time.
Yeah.
So, I'd love to do this more and educate more, rather than just through videos. Yeah. But one day I will.
Yes.
So, all right,
sure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Vicki.
Thank you.
Okay, everybody. Boy, are my snakes getting a treat this week. Yesterday was Vicki over, who was handling, of course, Jack, my much bigger guy. But for Eva, how old are you, Eva? 11. And you've said that you've handled a snake before. What sort of snake do you remember? No. Was it a big or a little?
It was a big snake.
And whereabouts were you?
I was at Australia Zoo.
So, was it an Australian python? What colour?
I think it was like brown, like a whitish brown colour.
Right. And it was huge, was it?
Yeah, it was
Huge. So there's lots of huge snakes. It could have been a boa, an Australian python, and there's so many that it could be. If it comes from, because they can actually own other species of snake that aren't native here to Australia. So, you know, it could have been a Burmese, it could have been a reticulated python. You know, we have coastal carpet pythons, jungle pythons, jag pythons. We have so many. So I wouldn't even be able to take a guess on it. It was a brown colour. It was brown and it was big. And how did you find that? Were you a little bit afraid or?
Yeah, I was kind of scared that it might bite me.
And did it?
No.
And so eventually did you start to relax?
Yeah.
Yep. Was it really heavy to hang on to?
It was a bit heavy, but I was holding it with my brother.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And so it took two of you to actually hold it. So it's probably more likely to be a reticulated or a Burmese or something along that line. So, but I don't care what it is. I reckon it would have been a beautiful snake anyway. And Kiana, is you're going to have your turn real soon. So, as you can see, well, Eva's getting more game as she hangs on to. She's a little bit around her head initially, a bit concerned, is she going to bite me? But like I always say, slowly you start to relax and start to enjoy it rather than being nervous about what she might do. And I assured Eva she will do absolutely nothing. I've probably given her the most easygoing, although all my guys are, but small and the most easygoing. So, and this is what I love. This is why I enjoy people coming over. I love kids especially coming over to meet my guys, because it's your generation, sweetie pie, that are going to be advocates for these animals that have a really bad reputation of being mean, and they'll kill you and they'll hurt you, and they don't. They never want to do that. So, so important to educate and get these young girls to go, wow, one day I might have a snake. And even if you never do, at least you'll know about them and know to be positive about them. And if somebody says, I've got a snake, you can say, wow, I absolutely love snakes, rather than, why would you own a snake? They're horrible. You know, be very positive. So, well, thank you, Eva, for sharing that with us, and I'm sure Maya is enjoying having some time with you as well. Cool. So now it's Kiana's turn, and I'm going to ask Kiana some questions. So, have you held a snake before?
Yes.
And do you remember what sort of snake it was? And where were you when you held the snake?
At a party.
So somebody brought some reptiles around, and what other reptiles did you actually see?
Turtles, lizards.
Yeah.
Snakes.
And out of them, what was the one that you thought, oh, I really like that, or you loved all of them?
I liked all of them.
Yeah, me too. Me too. The good answer for that. And do you think you'd ever have a reptile, whether it be a lizard or a turtle or a snake?
Maybe.
Maybe? So you're not worried about a snake biting you, or does it worry you a little bit? You know what? It's always a very good idea to always be a little bit worried about the fact that a snake might bite you, because if you are very, this snake won't bite me, who cares, and you don't be careful and you don't watch that snake, you might get bitten. And believe me, this little girl, it wouldn't be that bad. But if you had a much bigger snake in your hand, and they've got a much bigger teeth, and they bit you, it might be something that would scare you a lot, and it might take you a little while to get over that one. Respecting them, watching them, trying to read what they're telling you. So if they're in a nest position, would you just stick your hand in? Don't you come into my home, this is my house. Or are you feeding me a rat today? So you have to let them know that you're not a threat, and no, you're not going to feed them. And then they're pretty good. So, well, Maya, you're spoilt. You're getting all the love today. So, she's, well, you know, my big Lily is in shed at the moment. So when they're in shed, snakes don't like to come out of their enclosure because they're getting themselves ready to do a really big job shedding their skin. So they need to have lots of energy ready to do that. Jack is snoozing in his hide, so you can't see him at the moment. But I will get out a little snake again for you. And then I'll get one out that's a little bit bigger than this girl. And I'll just show you just how little. Just spin her around like that.
Is she gripping your hand tight, Kiana?
She was when I was wrapped around my hand.
Yeah. So girls, I hope by the time you leave, it might be something that you'll learn more about. Lots of stuff online that you can read up about, and all the different ones we've got here in Australia, because there are plenty of beautiful snakes that we have here. So thank you for sharing your stories with me today. That was wonderful, and you're welcome back anytime. Okay? Well, she was a little bit even nervous about the little ones. But hey, have a look now. Didn't take her long, and she's quite happy to hold one of the bigger guys. So, you know, from a little snake to a big snake, are you more concerned about holding a big snake?
No.
No, doesn't bother you?
Well, this one.
No, cool. That's lovely. And I'm sure Jack's enjoying himself. Oh, that's a good spot to hang on to, Jack. You know what you're doing, bud. Grip the leg. Keeps him safe. They use their tail to grip, and that balances them. That keeps them balanced.